Last night at Miller Park, the Giants got a couple of big hits at the right time against the NL Central leaders. Then Jeff Samardzija did the rest by pitching one of his best games of the season by striking out 10 Brewers. Tonight, Matt Cain tries to make it 2 in a row for the Giants, a team that's looking for wins. Game 2 of the series next. We've got another beautiful night here in Milwaukee. The roof is open as we get ready for Game 2 of this 4-game series. Giants and Brewers, welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Javi Lopez. Well, a nice win for the Giants to open up this big 4-game series. Samardzija was great, and now tonight it's Matt Cain. And I'm wondering, Javi, in this ballpark, hitter's park, aggressive Brewers lineup, what does Matt Cain have to do to not only win, but maybe survive?
I think you got to do what you saw Samardzija do last night, and that's just work these guys inside. A lot of these power hitters are trying to get extended, get the ball over the plate, and really drive it in this small park. And you saw Samardzija do that last night, set him up to get him out with the off-speed stuff away. So I look for Matt Cain to do a little bit of the same tonight. All
right, Matt Cain on the hill, and it's a good matchup. Anderson has been fantastic. Cain, a great April. All right. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Southwest. ABC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By State Farm. Combine auto and renters and see how much you can save. Talk to an agent today. And by the 2017 Jeep Cherokee with an EPA estimated 30 highway miles per gallon.
Back here in Milwaukee as we get ready for Brewers Giants baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Great time to get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 72 degrees, the roof is open. Light winds, humidity at 40%, and we got a night where it's going to be clear and it's going to get cool. Let's take a look at the Giants lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. One change from last night's lineup. It'll be Span, Nunez, who's hot, followed by Belt, Posey, and Crawford. Hunter Pence is hitting in the 6th slot. Then it's Panic and Austin Slater. He's the change from last night. 1 for 8 in the big leagues, and Matt Cain will hit 9th.
On the mound is Chase Anderson. He's making the 12th start of the year. He's having a great year, 4-1 with a low 3 ERA. And I think what headlines him tonight is that he's gone the last 2 starts with 14 consecutive scoreless innings. What you're going to see from him is a lot of fastballs, basically over 50% he's going to throw. He's going to come with the changeup. Probably that's his out pitch. League is hitting under 180 off of that. But he's going to have the occasional other stuff just to keep you off balance. But he's primarily going to be fastball change. He gets lots of swings and misses on that 4-seam fastball.
And it'll be Denard Span to lead things off as we get ready for baseball here in Milwaukee. So Anderson kicks and deals the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a called strike. So we get started right on time. Span last night went 1 for 4. Here he takes a pitch inside. Home plate umpire is Chris Conroy. Then it's Woodring, Hickox, and Culpa from first to third, with Culpa the crew chief. And now timeout is called. So Conroy tight.
Conroy's got a little bit tighter zone than most umpires. He opens up a little bit to the lefties, but not to the righties.
Low and in, 2 balls and 1 strike.
He doesn't seem to like the knee-high strikes. He's going to make these guys kind of get the ball up just a little bit. So it's a night of offense for the Giants.
Nunez to follow, and it's outside 3-1. It's just not a good combination when you play in a lively ballpark where you don't get knee-high strikes. Here's the 3-1 to Span. Span fouls it out of play, 3-2. So you see Anderson gets it up there. That was 95.
That's about what you're going to see out of him on the fastballs. The sinkers will be 91, 93. The changeups usually in the mid 80s, and the curveball right around 79, 80 miles an hour.
And the payoff is fouled again down the left field line. And we got another 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's our fast pitch, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest Wi-Fi at home and on the go. So 3-2 to Denard Span. Overshift is on. Foul back again. Ooh. Span brought his glove, and that is a bummer. Oh, tough crowd. Jeez. I just yelled, "What'd you bring the glove for?"
Right back to popping peanuts. They're fine.
You know what? He's over it. Span with a line drive into center field, a base hit. Moving over is Broxton, and Denard Span opens up the game with a hit.
The defense behind Anderson tonight in the outfield, we're going to have Thames, Broxton in center, Santana in right. And in the infield on the left side, Perez, Arcia. On the right side, Sogard and Aguilar, and Bandy will be doing the catching.
So here's Nunez. Nunez hitting at 289. His average is just going up every day. 2 for 5 last night with a home run. He is 4th last night. And right off the bat, a big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. He's faced Anderson just 3 times. He's 1 for 3. By the way, Span now 4 for 5 lifetime against Chase Anderson.
Anderson did spend some time in Arizona. I think that's why you have a good amount of guys that have seen him in 2014 and 15 with the Diamondbacks.
Belt to follow. On the ground slowly to third. That's 1. That's 2. Surprised that they turned it. I wouldn't be surprised if Nunez did not get a good jump out of the box.
He's taking his time back into the dugout. I think he thought he beat it out. He just didn't get out of the box real quick there. Not enough to challenge, and taking the jog back. Gets jammed right here on the fastball.
Yep.
Yeah, that little stutter step kind of cost him, I think.
Here's Belt. Belt hitting 239. And he takes low. Belt has seen Anderson 9 times. He's 1 for 9. Had a couple of hits yesterday, 2 for 4, knocked in a run. And the next pitch is down low. Buster Posey to follow. Game 2 of this 4-game series. 2 more games left. Anderson taking a walk. Must not be happy with something. Comes back, and Belt pops it up, and this is playable for Perez. And with the help of a double play, a nice inning for Anderson. Kane coming out. It's 0-0. Their starting lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. For Craig Counsell, it'll be Sogard, Santana, and then Thames, who played at first last night. But you can see first 20, last 32. The first 20 much better. Aguilar, Perez, and Bandy. Then it's Broxton 7th, Arcia 8th, and Chase Anderson hitting 9th.
On the mound for the Giants is Matt Cain. He's making his 12th start in the season. He's 3-4 with a 4.5. He's looking just to kind of turn the page on May. May was not a good month for him. He went 1-4 with a 6.5. But that's the best part about baseball. New month, new life. If you look at his pitch usage here, you're going to see a lot of fastballs. The league's hitting pretty well off the fastball, but he's going to try to slow him down with the curveball and the changeup to set up the fastball and the new sinker that he's found this season.
Brewers trying to bounce back after the loss last night. They've lost 3 of 4 on this homestand. And Cain's first pitch to Sogard is indeed a called strike. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games, and they're 3 games under 500 at home. Sogard takes another strike. 388 with a couple of home runs, 9 driven in. He had 2 hits last night. He went 2 for 4. And a 1-hopper to make it 1-2.
Cain's already used a fastball, changeup, and a curveball there. It looks, again, that he's just trying to get the release points down on that off-speed stuff.
Helps to go 0-2 on the first hitter. You can play a little bit, figure out what you got.
Sure can. And you know, Sogard, he's familiar with him with his days in Oakland.
And a base hit.
The Giants defense behind Matt Cain today. The rookies back out there in the outfield. From left to right, it's Slater, Span, and Pence. On the left side of the infield, you'll see Nunez and Crawford. On the right side, Panik and Belt. And Buster Posey will be catching today.
Here's Domingo Santana, a .269 hitter with 10 home runs, 31 driven in. Santana got a hit in 4 at-bats last night, a couple of strikeouts, and here he takes a pitch down low. Sogard, a couple of steals. He's been thrown out once. This is not a base stealing team. Broxton has the most in this lineup with 10 steals. Young guys that swing hard, and there's a call strike. Giants out hit the Brewers last night, 11 hits to 6. Samardzija was fantastic. High foul down the right field line and out of play. Here's our Nissan keys to the game. Cain, hit your spots. He's got to do it, especially in this ballpark. And stay hot. Eduardo Nunez. He is the Giants' hottest hitter. He's hit in 19 of his last 20 games. And during that period, he's hitting over 350. Got him.
Slide step right there from Matt Cain. Something you don't see very much.
Yeah.
Kept him off balance right there. Nice pitch.
Used to throw it a lot in the younger day.
Little slide step. Try to locate it down and in. But the most important thing, you got the downward action. Got him leaning. Back to the dugout he goes.
Here's Thames. Thames took an 0 for 4 yesterday. Runner goes, pitches high, throw down to second. Got him. And Buster Posey just nailed it.
That was perfectly thrown right there. Matt Cain was doing a really good job changing up the looks. Sogard ran. You see it right here. Got a decent jump, but Buster, perfect strike. Craw didn't have to do anything but catch and apply the tag and get out of there. Sets the shoulders. What a great tag.
Great throw. Outside to Thames, it's 2-0. 15 home runs, 29 driven in. Got off to an unbelievable start. Shoots this one on the ground, and a diving play by Crawford from his knees, and Belt just could not hang on. Everything about the play was perfect. And then a little one hopper that Belt, who's really good at digging him out, could not do it this time. It'll be a base hit.
Tremendous stop by Brandon Crawford. Giants fans are spoiled seeing this guy play short, and that is not an easy play for anybody. Turns, spins, fires. One hopper. I know Belt wishes he had another chance at that one. He usually picks that. Just got on the heel of the glove just enough, and that'll bring up Aguilar.
So Aguilar hitting .271. He's got 5 home runs, 18 driven in. And yes, indeed, he's got lots of power. He's from Maracay, Venezuela. As he adjusts the batting gloves. Samardzija got him to hit into a big double play as a pinch hitter last night. I mean, the bat looks like a toothpick. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
It really does. He's a big old boy. But one thing I know, I was talking to Craig Counsell earlier today. He came on the stage and impressed. He had a heck of a spring training for him. He batted .450 for him. And I know it's Cactus League action, but still .450 in spring training is doing work.
And there's that healthy rip. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. I think .450 is going to get you attention in most leagues. I always chuckled at spring training how numbers don't mean that much, except if you hit .450. But if you hit .110, it means a lot.
They don't mean anything till they mean something. It's usually how spring training stats go.
2 balls and 1 strike. Close pitch, 3-1. Kane wanted it.
That speaks to the tight zone right there, especially with the right-handers. That down and away is a tough call to get. Looks like it probably clipped the box. Okay, it's a little off. Buster does a great job framing it, but that's something that Conroy's not going to give you.
3-2.
Nice pitch there to tie him up inside.
Runner will go. It's 3-2. Name's on the move, and that's, look out. Heads up.
You know, about 5 dogs going after that thing.
Hit like 5 seats. You're right. This is Bark in the Park, and I think they placed all the dogs and their pets in the second deck in right field. We were watching it, trying to find out who was having more fun, owners or the dogs, and it looked like it was a tie. 3-2. Center field, room for Span. Side retired. 2 hits in the inning, and for the Giants it'll be Posey, Crawford, and Pence. It's 0-0.
with the Minnesota Twins Friday, June 9th through Sunday, June 11th. Saturday, the 10th, the first 20,000 fans will receive a Will Clark jersey cap presented by AAA. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com.
No score. Buster Posey to lead things off. Buster 4 for 9 lifetime against Chase Anderson. The pitch. And there's a pitch just outside for a ball. 2 for 5 last night for the Giants catcher. Comes into the game hitting at .345. And he's going to look at a strike. Buster 5 for 16 on this road trip. His .345 average is 3rd best in the majors. Down low.
There we go again, the zone. He's not going to call that knee-high strike very often. Does a 4 for 9 count as ownage in your book?
4 for 9 is ownage.
Okay.
Drive into right center field. Broxton looks like he's got a beat on it. He does. And he puts it away. He just looks really fast and good in center field.
He really does.
Here's Crawford. Crawford sending his best to Bandy as he walked by him. Crawford last night walked 3 times. He was 0 for 2, scored a run. With Hunter Pence on deck, we are in the top of the 2nd inning. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 0-1 to Brandon Crawford. In tight. Giants 2-2 on the road trip. That's why one more game in Philadelphia. If you take 2 out of 3, you can have a really, really good road trip. Crawford rolls this one to Arcia. 2 outs. But clearly they're over it. I probably should get over it too. Giants are 11-21 on the road, 7-8 against the National League Central.
What you want to see is how they built off of, have them build off of what they did last night in those last couple innings.
Absolutely.
Those add-on runs really made a difference. Melanson wasn't happy about it, but
no,
that's okay.
Hunter Pence first start in a while in the game last night. Pence went 1 for 5, knocked in a run. And he takes wide. Pence has only faced Anderson a couple of times, 0 for 1 with a walk. And again, Anderson, maybe he's just trying to set the tempo. All Pence did really was step out just for a short while. 3-0. Off the line at first is Aguilar. Everybody else pretty much straight away. Sogard a little bit to pull. And it's 3-1. Pence is not going to be happy with that. He fouled that one at the plate. Chase Anderson was involved in that Gene Segura deal, where Segura went to the D-backs.
He was. Look at the fastball. That's the cheapy strike that every pitcher enjoys.
Got him, and they'll end the inning. First strikeout for Anderson. Perez, Bandy, Broxton coming up.
no-go's way, and it came last night when Aaron Hill, big 2-run pinch hit double in the top of the 8th inning to break 2-2 tie. That's your Togo's big play.
And the former Brewer,
who was also involved in that Chase Anderson deal.
I believe he was, and then he got flipped right before, I don't know if it was right before the trading deadline, but he went to the Red Sox and finish out the season. As here's Hernan Perez, followed by Bandy, and then Keon Broxton. No score. Perez played last night, went 1 for 3, had an RBI, and he jumps out of Matt Cain, 2 balls and no strikes. High and deep, and way gone. It's 1-0. Home run number 7.
It was a 2-0 count. Matt Cain's just trying to get back into the count. Fastball leaks middle in. Buster knew immediately, just wanted the ball from the umpire. He just put his glove up. And like every pitcher likes to think, and I've had many a starter tell me, solo homers don't beat you.
Especially in the 2nd inning. Here's Bandy, who takes a pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Bandy hitting .250. He's got 6 home runs. He's got 18 driven in. And that breaking ball is low and away to even the count at a ball and a strike. Keon Broxton to follow. Well, if you're not going to get the one right at the knees, then you should get the one at the belt. And Cain did not get that one.
He did not, but you're going to want to slow him down right here. 2-1 count. He's looking fastball.
He pulls this one on the ground.
Perfect
Foul.
location. Talk about their media relations guy. Did you see the note for Bandy?
Mike, I did not.
He dropped that his father John, a former bartender, worked on the set of the movie Cocktail in 1988, teaching actor Tom Cruise his signature bottle flip.
It was kind of an entertaining movie. Hooked, broken bat, foul. There you go. There's that foul ball.
Oh,
I'm looking at these helmets. I think those are the souvenir helmets.
no, those are the ones that you used to order the ice cream in.
Yeah.
I think.
On the ground and a base hit. So Bandy pokes one up the middle, and that'll bring up Keon Broxton. Broxton at .240, 6 home runs, 16 runs batted in. I saw Broxton yesterday as a pinch hitter, and he struck out. On the ground to third. Nunez has got one, and not in time. Closer than I thought it would be. Nice play by Nunez.
It really was. That in between hop again. And like you mentioned yesterday, just get it to Panic as quick as you can. Doesn't need to be a strike, just needs to get it to him quick, especially with the speed of Broxton. Lets Joe turn, throw, and get out of any danger right there with the catcher coming in on him quickly.
Here's Arcia hitting .246. Remember, I said Broxton's got 10 steals, so he's the one guy you got to keep an eye on. The pitcher, Chase Anderson, is on deck. A home run by Hernan Perez. It's 1-0. And a strike call, and it's 0-1. Perez's home run, a big one, his 7th of the year. And a little low to even the count. See a good look at this ballpark. Last night they had 21,452. Say that it's probably close to the same size crowd.
Do you count the dogs?
Count the dogs. No, you can't.
No, you don't count dogs.
They didn't pay. Ooh, very close. Bark in the Park. Some of the proceeds of this Bark in the Park.
I think they're telling Matty to wait a second here.
Slow him down.
Belt's not sure. No, Woda's back on the rail.
But the proceeds go to ARF, Tony La Russa's
That's right.
foundation. And on the ground and a base hit. Hunter Pence is going to throw on to third. That'll be late. So Kane's getting the ground balls. This one found a hole past Panic. And the hitter is going to be Chase Anderson.
Joe just had him a little bit pinched, for a double play, so he's a little bit closer to second base and finds the hole, and Broxton showing off the speed right there. Easily made it first to third. See what Anderson does here, but once again, Matt's just one pitch away if they let him swing. I doubt they will, but
he's 3 for 23.
We've seen Buster take care of that bunt right in front of home plate and throw to second many times.
And he pulls the bat back after he shows bunt, and it's high. Ed Cedar's going to have a word. So the conversation over between Cedar and Chase Anderson. Is Matt Cain now at the belt, and the pitch, and there's the bunt. It's popped up, and Buster Posey will put it away. And that'll bring up Sogard, who like the second or third hottest man on the planet right now. Singled in the first inning. Was eventually retired when Buster Posey threw him out trying to steal.
Well, the Giants got Herrera hot last night. He really went off on Bartolo.
Yes, he did. Sogard takes a strike. I mentioned Sogard had a couple of hits last night. The former Oakland A's. Good speed, and Arcia at first. And the next pitch is high. So Broxton at third, Arcia at first. It's a ball and a strike. 1-0 Milwaukee. See the batter's eye splashed with some sunlight. And this is a high pop up in a tough spot, and Crawford dives and he can't make the play. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Unbelievable. When you're hot, you're hot.
Wow, I got jammed on that pitch. Hit it right in the Bermuda Triangle there. That is a tough play for anybody. Nooney's trying to go over the shoulder. Craw. Another one Craw wishes he had back. He had it. Hits the glove.
So here's Santana. Santana struck out in the first. You get a pop up and you think you're out of the inning. So the Giants now realize they have work to do. They trailed early in the game last night, 2-0. And a base hit to left field. And it's going to be 4-0. And Dave Righetti's coming up.
Again, he's trying to get the curveball down and away. Stays up just a little bit. Not terrible location, just hung enough in the middle of the zone for Santana to put a good swing on it.
Thames will be the hitter. He hit a ball that Crawford made a great diving play on, but his throw was in the dirt.
And much like Sogard being hard, so Santana right there. That's you know, he's been hitting over 320 in his last 33 games, so he's been seeing the ball pretty well.
And he hit last night in 4 at bats. Here's Thames. So Kane trying to get the Giants into the dugout. And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. No overshift, but the Giants definitely playing Thames to pull. And Kane's next pitch is high. A 4-run second inning. Highlighted by a bloop double that knocked in 2.
Like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, Kane doesn't show a whole lot of emotion on any calls, good or bad, but you could tell that he thought he had that one. Pitch we're talking about.
That's 1-1 fastball in. No, Buster wanted it. When he has that little pause, he thinks it's a strike.
So Kane knows he's got to be careful here. It's 3-1 to a guy who likes to hit the ball out of the park. 3-2. Santana will be on the move. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 44 pitches for Matt Cain. And the walk. Aguilar hit a fly ball to center field to end the first inning. This will be the 9th hitter for the Brewers here in the second. curveball down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Game trying to figure it out on the fly. Not easy to do when you've already given up 4 runs.
He's really not missing badly. He's staying within the mechanics. I mean, he's pulling the ball just a little bit.
There's a called strike.
Looks like he's starting to quicken up just a little bit mechanically. But the extended number of pitches in an inning will do that to you.
On the ground, Nunez knocks it down. The bases are going to be loaded. Nunez saved a run.
Sure did. That was a rocket off the bat. Aguilar there. Hard one hopper to Nunez. Able to get some leather on it. Crawford right there to back him up. No serious damage done. And Matt Cain still with a chance to get out of the inning here.
Well, here you got a guy that opened up the inning with a long home run. Not likely he thought he was going to get a chance to hit again this inning, but here he is with the bases loaded. And a called strike. Now we're starting to see some action in the Giants bullpen.
Corey Guerin getting the sleeves off, getting some water.
This is going to end the inning, I hope. Side retired. Giants have some work to do, and Panic will lead things off. Bottom of the second. So for the Giants, they'll see if they can answer back with a couple. Here's Panic, then Austin Slater, and then Matt Cain. Panic hitting .247. A hit in 4 at-bats with an RBI, and here he takes a strike. He's faced Anderson 8 times. He's got a double and a triple, 3 hits total. Right there again, it's 0-2. You know, comes to our attention that Ginny's having a birthday party.
How could you tell?
Which one do you think Ginny is? This is the one in the middle. Could be Grandma.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Grandma's the one.
Panic takes it low. It's 2-2.
I don't think we can go by the candles as being the indicator.
I would agree. Although they need some duct tape.
The girl with the Brewers shirt is not very happy.
3-2 to Joe Panic. Hey, it was a great idea until we got here.
She's not encouraged by holding that side up.
Yeah, look at what am I doing, Grandma? This is a bad idea. And Panic takes the walk. Check out our Smart Play, and it's brought to you by your California Ford dealers. It's all about Jeff Samardzija last night. He was fabulous. He gets the win. He goes 7 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, not a walk in sight, 10 strikeouts, 119 pitches. I know you were impressed.
I loved it. It's exactly what you need. You love to see that because that's usually when you're in the bullpen, you're opening up a second bag of seeds at that point.
Austin Slater takes a strike.
This is Samardzija's last 7 starts. The things that obviously just jumps out at you are the 59 Ks to 1 walk. He's putting up Timmy Lincecum numbers as far as the punch outs are going in Giants history. And you hope it continues if you're a Giants fan.
Slater's 1 for 8 in his career. Here he takes a ball outside. Set out the last 2 games. From Stanford in here in game 2 of the series with Matt Cain on deck. Two balls and 1 strike.
You could speak to this, having gone through what Slater is going through with the call up and all that. When you have to sit, hitting is such a timing thing and repetition. How difficult is that for him to sit on it?
It's difficult because he doesn't have to do it in the minor leagues. He's getting to the ballpark in Sacramento and he knows that he's going to be playing every day. Plus there's always pressure in thinking that if you don't do well, you're going to be sent out really fast. And it's hard not to think that way. He's got count leverage here. And he wraps a double play ball. And that's exactly what it's going to be.
Anderson pitching with a lot of confidence. Offense just went ahead and put 4 runs up for him. He's going to challenge him in that triple count, the count leverage that you're talking about. And he got the double play, and Slater's not happy. You're watching him walking to the dugout shaking his head.
Yep. Here's Cain. Cain's 2 for 16. Well, the reason why you're unhappy is, for one, that your team needs base runner on a 3-1 count. You're thinking that either I'm going to walk or I'm going to hit the ball hard somewhere. Turns out you hit into a double play. Matt Cain takes the low one away.
You look at those last 2 starts again, like I said earlier, he's got 14 consecutive scoreless going into the game. He's pitching with a lot of confidence.
Yes, he is. Foul back. It's 1-2 to Matt Cain.
One thing I always thought was pretty cool by Chase Anderson is that his father had passed away in 2012, and he wears his late father's socks and cowboy boots, belt buckle, jeans, and a pink polo shirt when he has some home starts. He does it in honor of his father.
Breaking ball, and that'll end the inning. Second strikeout for Anderson. 4-0 Milwaukee.
on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Amici's East Coast Pizzeria. When you want the best pizza in town, Amici delivers. By Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust. And by Caltrans Stormwater. Keep our highways clean. Protect our water. ProtectEveryDrop.com.
Here in Milwaukee, it's a 4-0 lead for the Brewers. Bark in the park. These dogs love their baseball. Actually, what they love are their owners and what they're eating.
Yeah, he's eyeballing them chicken wings.
He wants those chicken wings bad. Here's Bandy, who takes a called strike.
Oh, just teasing with that chicken tender. Look at the background. Look at the black lab back there. Eyeballing.
Oh. There's a drive down the left field line, foul.
I must have gotten some, I think. Oh, everybody's getting some.
The Maple Claim. No balls and 2 strikes to Jet Bandy. Foul back.
Great pitch.
.53 pitches for Matt Cain.
0-2 sinker in, just kept tracing in on those hands. Nothing Bandy could do with that.
Down and in. 1-2.
He's got him set up for something away, but I wouldn't be surprised if he triples up. Here we go.
Leaked out over the plate, and that's out of play down the right field line. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. All right, this little guy he's going to wing it.
That dad has a lot of faith that he can chuck it.
It does. On the ground, Nunez from his knees, a one-hopper, got him. Wow. Nunez is the hot corner tonight for Eduardo Nunez. That was a great play.
Yeah, he's making some great plays. One-hop rocket, rolls over, throws it from the backside. Belt handles it on the other end, and Cain is definitely enjoying that. And Nooney not only swinging it, flashing the leather.
Picking it. Here's Broxton. Strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
There's Nooney anticipating the ball. It's what you always tell your infielders. All the way up from T-ball up to the show. It's no different. Anticipate the ball getting hit to you.
Hey, sometimes you find out the hard way when you're just kind of thinking about something else, and maybe thinking about having had a hit in 3 days, and this is cute foul. And at that time, you get 5 balls hit at you in a row. And it's worse in the outfield than the infield. I don't know how outfielders do it.
A lot of times they'd be practicing their swing, Gregor Blanco style.
Drives my partner, Mike Krukow, crazy. He used to stand on the mound and look out in right field, and Jack Clark would be in his batting stance and taking these imaginary swings.
It's all about muscle memory.
3-2. Cain walked 1. He walked Thames in the second. And he's walked his second.
That's just not a call that Chris Conroy's going to make a lot tonight. He's not much for a low strike zone. It was a pretty close pitch. Granted, Cain pulled it across the zone. But Now you put a base stealer on there. Let's take another look at it. Busters want something down and in. It hits the box. It just doesn't look very good to Conroy visually. And now you put a base stealer on base.
I think that's the look of an old catcher that thinks that was a strike. Garcia hit a ground ball past Joe Panik for a base hit in the second.
He's not budging on that zone. That was off. Which just seems to be easy takes now for the right-handed hitters.
You're right. See if Broxton goes here with a count of 1-0. He does not, and that's fouled out of play. A lot of pitches thrown tonight by Matt Cain. Runner goes, swinging a one-hopper to, actually a two-hopper to Panik. Garcia got jammed. Broxton goes down to second. And Anderson's going to get a chance to hit.
That is a big league jam right there. Look at the pitch right here, riding in on the hand. Oh. Took the old top hand off of that one.
Anderson tried to bunt and popped out in the second. He takes a strike. For 4-0 Milwaukee. All 4 runs in the second. A lot of time left for the Giants to get back into this one. Hunter Pence is going to chase this one, but watch this one sail into the seats.
You saw last night, and with the Giants being able to add on to that bullpen, that's the key right now. The Brewers haven't been able to really lock it down. They've had a change in closer, so they're in a flux down there. So it's just trying to get these starters out of the game.
Breaking ball outside, 1-2. Giants in the top of the 4th inning will have the top of the order. The look to second, the pitch. Hit high to deep to left field. Slater back. Slater can't get it. It's up against the wall. And coming in to score is Broxton. And it's now 5-0. So that one hurts.
There's 1-2 count. Trying to flip a curveball in there. Stays arm side. Chase Anderson just threw the hands at it, hit it really well. Slater gave it a chance to try to run it down.
And it turns out for Chase Anderson, his first run batted into the season. Here's Sogard, who hits this one into right center field. Hunter Pence will put it away, and that'll end the inning. A run on a walk and a double by the pitcher. It's 5-0.
the 4th. And the McDonald's true stories. On this date, back in 2006, Giants versus Marlins, Jason Schmidt recorded 16 strikeouts to tie Christy Mathewson's 102-year-old franchise record. In the 9th inning, the Marlins had runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Schmidt then strikes out the next 3 batters. Giants won 2-1 that day.
2-1. Here you see what part of this ballpark, Miller Park, looks like. So here's Denard Span to lead things off. And the pitch, and Span looks at a strike. Overshift is on for Span.
Got one there. That was a low strike.
Span, it's a high pop-up into shallow right field. And it'll be the shortstop, Arcia.
Our Jeet drive of the game last night, Eduardo Nunez solo homer off of Junior Guerrera in the top of the 5th inning. And there it was right there. Nooney still staying hot. Been swinging a hot bat this road trip and for the last about 30 games.
That was his 4th of the year. Bounced into a double play in the 1st inning. Anderson is allowed the leadoff hitter to reach in the 1st and the 3rd, and both times the very next hitter he got to hit into a double play.
When you're hot, you're hot.
When you're hot, you're hot. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And it's looking for a bloop and a blast just to see if they can get something going. A blast and a blast would be fine. On a play on a high fastball, 2-2. New baseball for Chase Anderson as he rubs it up. There's Bell. And the Brewer right-hander throws, and there's a foul back. Nunez spoils a good pitch. It remains 2-2. The 2-2 breaks his bat, and this could be a thing. It is. Ball's flying all over the place. Aguilar's fielded the ball by second base.
Wow.
Giants celebrate play ball weekend, and the first 5,000 fans 14 and under, they're going to receive a Joe Panik bat and ball set on June 11th. sfgiants.com.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a first baseman field the ball over there.
And he actually did field it. It didn't get by him.
Yeah.
Nunez is going to take it. That's
Oh yeah.
the beauty of baseball, where you hit a line drive, it's caught, and you hit one of those, and you got a hit. So here's Belt. So maybe not the bloop we're looking for, but the ground attack.
I mean, that explodes his bat. Nobody on that side of the infield. The catcher's hustling down the line. Bandy doesn't let go of the mask the entire way.
That's very interesting. Swing and a miss.
I got to imagine you do not practice that ever in spring training.
I mean, we have the hindsight right to watch the replay, but when Aguilar fielded it, Sogard was right behind him. But it probably would have been a play where Sogard was going to have to throw to Anderson covering. Up and into Belt, 1 ball and 1 strike. Buster Posey on deck. We're in the top of the 4th inning here in Milwaukee. So far it's all Brewers. They've got 9 hits in this game. Perez the only defender on the left side as Anderson takes a peek at Nunez. And Belt fouls it back. And we take another look at it, and here's Aguilar. I mean, look,
that's athletic.
Nice athletic play. It's going to be an impossible throw.
The infielders are kind of like, stay over there. I mean, nice play, but
stop yelling at me. I tried. 1 and 2. Belt trying to catch up to the Chase Anderson fastball, which he may not see here. It's 2 and 2. There's Buster Posey. Nunez with his lead, down by 5. Not likely he's going to go. Outside the Belt, 3 and 2. Three and 2. Maybe Nunez goes. We'll watch him. He does. Got him. Throw down to second. And a double play. And that play you just don't expect your hitter to swing through a 3-2 fastball. So double play ends the inning. Sports Bay area with Warriors Playoff Central. Warriors and Cavs tomorrow, game 3 before the game at 3:30, and a great lineup after the game with Warriors Playoff Central. The happy hour and the Outsiders at NBC Sports Bay Area. So strikeout double play, and here's Domingo Santana. He's going to lead things off. Santana is 1 for 2. Up the middle and a base hit. So right off the bat, That's how it starts for Matt Cain. Just after the game got started, the Giants announced that they've acquired right-handed pitcher Sam Dyson from the Texas Rangers in exchange for a player to be named later or cash considerations. Dyson was struggling this season with Texas, and but you know, last year he was fabulous. He had 38 saves. So you know, look, I said this to Javier Lopez in between innings, that you really acquire a guy like that for what he did last year and what the numbers that he put up last year. You get a guy like that because you think that it's still in there, and then you hope that it comes out once he puts on a different uniform.
You're right. It's a controllable piece.
And
guy with experience
had to create a spot on the 40-man roster, so they transferred Madison Bumgarner to the 60-day disabled list. And that's not a bad thing. It's retroactive to when Bumgarner went on, and when he's ready to go, it's going to be well past 60 days.
Well, that base hit got Guerin going now in the bullpen. He's starting to loosen up. But Kaner gets a lot of ground balls on his four-seamer, so let's see if we get one here.
High down the left field line. That'll be out of play. Sam Dyson. The Giants, the media release mentioned that Dyson was one of the top relievers in the World Baseball Classic this spring. High to Thames. I'm sure there's people out there that are saying, well, maybe that has something to do with why he struggled this season. Probably not.
Well, for a moment there, he's one of the best pitchers in the world.
Yep. Got him. Second strikeout for King.
Just slowed him down early to speed him up late. We were talking about that in the pregame, where that's usually Matt's recipe for getting quality strikeouts and outs in general, and you saw it executed to a T during that at bat.
77 pitches. Here's Aguilar, who is 1 for 2, and a strike, and it's 0-1. Slowly hit to Crawford. Crawford to panic to Belt. I think you said something about that this inning. 5th inning coming up. Buster Posey to hit first. what we got coming up. Tuesday, June 13th. First 20,000 fans are going to receive a Madison Bumgarner t-shirt, and it's presented by StubHub. It'll be the Giants and the Royals, 2-game series, sfgiants.com. Here's Buster Posey. Down low. Buster had a fly ball to center field. Hit it pretty well, but it was tracked down by Broxton. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. This will be pitch number 58. I don't know. Buster's not buying it. It's 1 and 2.
It's a fastball away. It's off the plate. Conroy is just.
In a lot of ways, what your catcher ends up doing as a hitter, he's saying, "Look, you got to give that to my guy too."
Buster's still going to get a two-strike hit, but
yeah, I just saw a note on that. His .347 batting average with 2 strikes this season is the highest figure in the big leagues. Is that what your point?
Again, if you're into numbers,
he's going to get a hit here.
You said it.
Foul.
The Brewers went ahead and made a move on the ball boy and brought the ball girl over after yesterday's debacle.
He kind of redeemed himself as the game went on.
That's true. He did.
Out of play. There you go. This guy, he's got all the choices you need. Got a menu? Nope. I'm showing them to you. Out of play again.
Do you think those Miller products were full as he's holding them? No. That's even extra.
Not only were they not full, but they weren't cold if they were.
Yeah, they are. Look at it.
Otherwise, he'd have batting gloves on. Out of play. Pretty good battle going on right now. Payoff pitch. Posey drives it into center field, but again, Broxton on the move. You can now stream the Giants on the go on NBCSportsBayArea.com and the NBC Sports app, and it's all presented by Honda. Here's Crawford. Crawford bounced out to Arcia at short in the second. 5-0. Giants have one way or another banged into 3 double plays in this game. It's really helped out Chase Anderson. We're still at the minimum, right?
Correct.
Breaking ball. 2-0. Hunter Pence is on deck. 1 walk for Anderson, 3 strikeouts. a healthy rip and a foul right above us. Two balls and one strike. Crawford goes the other way, and it's a souvenir.
Almost got that usher that was just walking up and down the aisle right there, minding his own business.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Slowly hit. Aguilar fielding, flipping, and he flipped it behind Anderson. And Mick Crawford may get a hit on that.
Now that is one you do practice in spring training an awful lot.
Big fella walking by Anderson may have said, my bad.
Off the end of the bat, Crawford hustling down the line. Aguilar comes in and
my bad. A hit? No, I haven't seen the hit up there yet. Haven't seen the air up there.
Anything yet.
So here's Pence. Pence struck out in the second.
Be a great time for the base hit to right field from Pence.
Comes back and sees the breaking ball. It's no balls and one strike.
Curveball, 12-6 action. He doesn't throw a lot of them, but when he does, has that good action on it. That hole's really open to right field. Sogart's pinch in the middle.
And this
No
gets
catch.
away. So that's just a clank.
That's a no catch.
So no hit for Crawford. So an error on Aguilar. Now we're waiting on pass ball. Wild pitch.
I think it's pass ball. That's put some leather on it.
On that one, and Pence jumped on it. It's 1-2. We are in the fifth inning. Pence on the ground. Arcia will throw him out, and Crawford moves to third, bringing Joe Panik to the plate. By the way, on this next homestand for the Giants, they're going to have something that they haven't had yet this year, and that's a day off at home. And that'll be on Monday after the Twins and before the Royals. And then the next day off at home for the Giants will be the All-Star break.
You don't want to stack them together too closely. You don't want guys to get too comfortable.
And turns out they're going to have a few in September as Panik takes low. I mean, you think you'd have a couple before June 13th. I mean, people look at the schedule and say, well, look, there was one on the 17th of they traveled. You might find guys that would rather play a game than travel. One and one to Panik. Panik drew a walk in the third. And he shoots this one, and a backhand by Aguilar, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand Crawford, bottom of the fifth coming up.
Presented by the authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
It is bark in the park and a 5-0 lead for the Brewers. And a breaking ball from Kane to Hernan Perez, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Slowly hit. Kane will underhand it. 1 out. And that'll bring up Jet. Not Jeff. Jet. J-E-T-T. Bandy. I asked you when we saw the pets on the field if you and your family had a dog. The answer was yes.
That we do. We have an 11-year-old lab, 13-year-old lab named Ripken, after my favorite baseball player of all time.
Here's the 0-1, and it's a line drive right at Nunez. So named after Billy, huh?
Billy Ripken was one of the best players, very underrated. Could turn a double play with the best of them.
Absolutely. I mean, when you think about it, how many people do you know that don't have a pet?
Very
it's
few.
almost unanimous that everybody does.
Yeah, very few. I find that I know more dog lovers than I know cat lovers.
Well, and then there's some of us that have had both at the same time.
Yeah.
Here's Broxton, who scored twice and he hasn't had a hit. He's reached on a fielder's choice and he's walked, and this one is rolled foul.
But like any pet, it's a part of the family. We'll have full-fledged conversations. We'll hang out.
Absolutely.
Share treats.
You do find out, though, with most dogs that their life revolves around food that they want from you.
And a comfy pet.
And yeah, don't let me sleep. Kane strikes him out, and that'll end the inning. When we come back, more dog talk. Here it's 5-0 Milwaukee. Break, and is brought to you by T-Mobile. Pitching matchups for tomorrow. It'll be Ty Block against Jimmy Nelson, both pitching extremely well. And then a couple of right-handers in Johnny Cueto and Matt Garza. That'll be getaway day. That'll be 10 a.m. back in the Bay. And then the Giants will head home for interleague action against the Twins. Austin Slater takes down low. He banged into a double play in the third inning. Kane's night is over. Kelby Tomlinson's on deck. Swinging a foul. So Slater, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch number 80 is fouled off the backstop. Friday night he had his first major league hit and RBI. And a slash went up the middle. Past Freddie Galvis. Mom and Dad and Sis happy. Giants went on to win that game. Got the baseball. And the 1-2. Here it is. Slowly to third. Charging is Perez, throwing not in time. As Slater beats it out. That'll be an infield hit.
Counsell wanted to take a peek at it. Slater's got speed. You see Perez come in on that ball. Came in hard. Great play.
We're going to look at it.
Slater a little late getting out of the box, but explodes, gets going. That's bang bang. It's enough for them to take a peek at it. So I think Counsell might think that he's out.
Not worrying about risking losing the challenge. This replay review is presented by Xfinity. Figuring they got a 5-run lead, and it's fairly late when it comes to risking losing the challenge. They're really slowing it down on the big board here at Miller Park, and I'd love to hear the fans' reactions on these. I don't think there's enough there to turn it over, but far in a way have I been incorrect a lot this year.
Well, they're really looking at it. Perez again comes in, plays it perfectly. Nice strong throw to first base. Aguilar gave it the full stretch.
Not much of a reaction from this Milwaukee crowd. Could be they all started out tailgating a little early. Here's the call.
It might be on a dog break.
So they called him out. Like I said, not been very good this year at helping the folks in New York. Turns out I'm going to say that that's a nice play by Perez. Did not think he was going to be able to throw out. But I agree with you. It looked like he did not get a good jump out of the box. So here's Tomlinson. Tomlinson had a nice pinch hit single late in the game yesterday to get a big rally going for the Giants. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. Nothing in 2. Two hits for the Giants. Span led off the game with a hit, and Nunez had an infield hit. And on 3 pitches, Tomlinson is gone. So here's Span. Super slow.
Nice stretch, nice play.
It may be also, Javi, that if he hits the front of the bag, maybe that's the difference. Span is 1 for 2. And a called strike.
But as we look at it now, Anderson's 1 over the minimum, I believe.
Yes, he is, and that's because of the error. Span, center field, and a base hit. So we're looking for a bloop and a blast, and there's a base hit, and that'll bring to the plate Eduardo Nunez,
who's had a blast the last 2 nights.
Yes, he has. He's got his average up to 291. For the longest time, he was just hanging around 240, 250. See the first 35 games, and he's gotten that average up because of the last 19. Up the middle and a base hit. All right, so now you got the beef coming up. And Brandon Belt is going to get a couple of fastballs here. He struck out in the 4th. Yeah, the weenie races, they're getting ready. Strategizing. Who's going to win? Here's Belt. Leads the team with 10 home runs. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Steals a strike with that curveball.
Last start, Anderson went 104 pitches, and the start before that he went 114. So Counsell's comfortable with the pitch count right now. Not much going on in the bullpen.
High to Belt. Span at second, Nunez at first. This all happened with 2 outs. On the ground, they're going to call that a fair ball, and that's going to end the inning. It remains 5-0.
Area is brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Jack in the Box, come try the new sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger and chicken sandwich. Limited time only. By Southwest, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. And by AAA. Get a free Giants welcome mat. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
5-0 Milwaukee. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up in brake experts. Here's Corey Guerin facing Orlando Arcia. First pitch. Slater. One pitch went out. Game's so easy. The Weenie Races, number 1.
Never look back.
Brewers led the entire way, and then at the very end did the there's a swing and a miss by Chase Anderson. What's this Weenie Rays coming to when there's all these wild celebrations and taunting? One ball and one strike. Anderson doubled in the 5th run of the game off of Matt Cain. Cain's last 2 innings, he threw the ball well. Just a little bit out of whack. Things went sideways in the 2nd. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Corey Guerin's really been throwing the ball well. It's his 23rd appearance. He had a real nice outing against Philadelphia. Punched out 2 in an inning. He's really finding that release point. You're going to see the sinker slider combo pretty much to everybody.
Out of play. Newlywed.
And a newlywed.
Sinker should work a little bit better for a newlywed. Really should. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I will say yes to that.
Got him. And that'll bring up Sogard.
And a dog owner as well, a new dog owner.
Yeah, you know what? When you're very tall, it just doesn't always work really well. Uh-oh. Come on. You think those things are a little top heavy? That's a bad back waiting to happen.
That's a workman's comp coming quick.
All those people in those costumes have to be 17 to 18 years old.
Definitely.
There's a call strike. And I don't believe there's a chunky one in the bunch inside those costumes. Sogard, 2 for 3, had a bloop double that really hurt Cain in the 2nd. It's this one on the ground to Belt, and Guerin with a nice 1-2-3 inning. So we'll head to the 7th. Giants have lots of work to do, and Buster Posey is going to lead things off. Toyota dealer. It was the 4th inning for the undoing of Matt Cain, as the Brewers scored 4 times. Cain allowed 10 hits and 5 earned runs. He threw 87 pitches. Chase Anderson, make that the 2nd inning. Chase Anderson has been good. He's thrown 90 pitches, and he has not allowed a run. As here's Buster Posey. Buster tonight has hit 2 fly balls to Broxton in center field. And the pitch. Breaking ball low. 1 ball and no strikes. .341 batting average. Brandon Crawford on deck.
Looked like I tweaked Buster's shoulder or hand or something on that one. Give it the helicopter finish.
Base hit. So Buster Posey lines one to center field, and that'll bring up Crawford. Crawford reached on an error in the 5th. Hunter Pence to follow. And still looking for that blast. Anderson rubbing up the baseball. He's got 93 pitches.
You'd like to see the line keep moving to Guerin's spot in the order. That means good things are happening for the Giants. As Carlos Torres is now playing catch out there in the Brewer bullpen.
On the ground to 3rd. They'll go around the horn. That's 1 and 2. Quite a turn by Sogard, because he caught that ball on the move.
Really did. Aguilar really working on his flexibility over there at first base. Nice turn by Sogard. Jump throw. There's it. Perez. Good feed right over the bag. Sogard. The stretch. You wonder if he kept his foot on, but it looked like he did. No challenge from the Giants coming. Really nice play.
And here's Pence. All of a sudden there's 2 outs and nobody on. And Pence challenges that fastball and he misses. It's no balls and 1 strike.
And the double play's been his best friend.
And 4 of them.
Leadoff guy gets on, and he's gotten the double play right after.
Pence waves at a breaking ball, nothing in 2. Pence missed 20 games. And in those 20 games, that's a long time. You got to get your stroke back. Chops this one on the ground. And Perez. And that'll end the inning. Double play helps out Anderson again. And it remains 5-0. Sean, and no Bill. Here it's 5-0. It's Corey Guerin to face Domingo Santana, who's 2 for 3. Center field. 1 out. Buster Hugs, here we go.
On Friday, June 9th, the first 20,000 fans will receive a Buster Hugs blanket presented by Toyota. Join us as the Giants take on the Twins Friday, June 9th through the 11th. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com.
There's Thames. Giants fans are here. Not smiling. Smiled last night. Low.
Well, they got to get into the bullpen, and it looks like Torres is the next guy coming in.
Giants have 6 more outs in this game. And this is rolled to belt. And that'll be out number 2. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar is 1 for 3. And a strike at the knees. So this is game 5 in a row for you, right? Have you found this to be grueling?
Grueling?
Grueling. Like mentally exhausting.
I'm
so tired you go back to the room and just collapse.
I think my answer should be yes.
And a base hit for Aguilar right over Crawford. You would flunk a lie detector's test, but I'm sure it's been interesting and hopefully fun.
Oh, it's been great. Get to learn from the best. It's not such a bad spot to be.
Thanks. You got my note.
Well, I was talking about Kruko. But you're a compliment.
Yeah. Mike will be back on Friday night when the Giants take on the Twins. Here's Perez. Perez homered in the 2nd. In the same inning, popped out to center field, and then in the 5th inning, bounced to Kane. Right back to Corey Guerin, and that'll end the inning. Through 7, it's 5-0 Milwaukee. Park in the Park.
Ratto and Kelly Johnson bring you the happy hour on NBC Sports Bay Area and NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available to listen live as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com.
Here it's 5-0. And Joe Panik will lead things off. And a strike call. Panik walked in the third and rolled out to first in the fifth. We're in the eighth. Down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Nice changeup there.
And that pitch was a nice changeup, and it was also pitch number 100.
Carlos Torres is ready in the bullpen. Can't imagine they're going to let Anderson stay out there too long.
Yeah, I'm sure Craig Counsell's hoping for a quick inning and then let him walk off the mound. And right now it's 2 and 2. There's your old teammate.
There he is.
Panik pops it up. Thames is coming in. Who's older?
He's got me.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
RBI Baseball 2017 returns with fast pace, pick up and play MLB action packed with all your favorite MLB teams, players, ballparks, and much more. Get RBI Baseball today for PlayStation 4 and other mobile devices. Learn more at rbigame.com.
Besides the 5th inning, Chase Anderson's really just been very efficient. No more than 15 pitches per inning after that. Before that.
Swing and a miss by Slater.
The Giants were able to get 22 out of him in the 5th. But beyond that, he's been very, very good.
Foul back on a healthy rip, and it's 0-2. And Aaron Hill is on deck. Great night. Weather's perfect. First pitch, it was 72 degrees. Bit breezy here in Milwaukee today, but nobody's complaining. Breaking ball. And a hit for Slater. So look, that's not one you're going to write home about, but you'll take it.
A knock's a knock. I don't think I've ever heard a hitter ever complain about getting on base. Look at the dog fur all over that girl's pants.
You might have to think about wearing white pants. It is Bark in the Park, and part of the proceeds of this promotion here at Miller Park goes to ARF. Tony La Russa's foundation. Elena Bicker, the executive director, is here tonight, and they accepted a nice check. So here's Hill, and the pitch is a strike at the knees. So a nice gesture helping out ARF. And yeah, dogs all seem to be very happy. Don't think anybody brought their cats.
You never know. You never know nowadays.
Uh-oh. Oh, they're just entertaining to watch.
He's having a conversation.
Uh-oh. They got a handful.
Checking each other out, sizing each other up.
Foul play.
Hill looking to build off the last couple at bats he's had, that's for sure.
Like you at dinner.
Look at that. Bully stick.
Yeah. Looked like Dave Fleming eating that brat today at around 5:30.
Looked like it was covered like that lady's nachos.
Ooh. No balls and 2 strikes. Ooh, close. 1-2. Hill, I'm quite sure, probably was a teammate of Chase Anderson in 2 different places.
You're right. Fastball away, or slider away. Off the plate. Good call.
Pops this one up. It's going to be a long run for Thames. Can he get there? Can he get there? He got there. And now Slater has to scurry back. So it turned into a nice play.
Any ball in foul territory running towards the tarp, you always got to worry about collisions when you got the infielders coming out. Thames checked on him real fast. Made a nice sliding catch, and Anderson enjoyed that moment.
So Craig Counsell comes out. We're going to get a new pitcher.
He's going to get a nice ovation.
Double switch. I mean, folks are cheering before he even leaves. When it's time for a change, things speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. The reward for a great outing. New pitcher is Carlos Torres.
Carlos Torres coming on. He's making his 30th appearance this year. You're going to see a lot of cutters and fastballs. Basically, he's going to be throwing it when he's feeling pretty good. It's 92 to 94, but you're going to be getting a lot of late cut action and then occasional curveball. But that's really the 2 pitches you're going to see.
And it'll be Span who's going to hit. He's 2 for 3. Overshift on for Span. Perez the lone defender. And Span takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. Brett Phillips goes into left field. Sharp ground ball, and this is going to end the inning. So Torres throws 2 pitches. Giants are out. It remains 5-0.
Hour-long pregame live at 4 p.m. NBC Sports Bay Area. This season, Giants games are available to stream live on the NBC Sports app. For up-to-the-minute Giants news, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com for insider Alex Pavlovich. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. To the mound is Brian Morris, coming in to throw the bottom of the 8th as the Giants trail 5-0. For Morris, he's coming on 14th game, starting to settle in. You're going to see 4-pitch mix. You're going to see fastball, mid-90s with a lot of complimentary stuff, good breaking balls, but it really is out pitches the sinkers.
It's Jet Bandy to lead things off here in the 8th inning. Which is in tight for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So a run of former Pirate pitchers coming out of the bullpen for the Brewers, and here's another one.
That's right.
Only this one in a Giants uniform, as there's a swing and a miss. Good action on that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He was actually in Pittsburgh when I was there.
Was he?
2010, but he was a starter at that point. With his stuff, you can see why they wanted him to stay a starter.
Get on the ground, foul. Well, I guess the next obvious question is when you walked into the clubhouse, did he remember you?
Of course he did. Of course he did.
So you didn't really have to introduce yourself. You guys were good. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He got him.
There's that good slider right there.
Stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants post-game live. You're going to get highlights, reaction, analysis. It's all coming up for a full hour right after the game. The beauty of moving around a little bit, and you did until you settled in with the Giants for 7 years, is you had a chance to meet a lot of guys, play with a lot of guys.
You're right. You never burn bridges. I learned that a long time ago.
Here's Broxton, who is 0 for 2. He's the only Brewer without a hit. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
And a few of the guys that I've played with are now managing in the big leagues, so
Yes.
that's never a bad thing either when you need some information.
Never a bad thing. Out of play. Orlando Arcia to follow. A little bit low. Tomorrow night, Ty Block. I certainly enjoyed watching Ty Block pitch. He won the first game on this road trip, beating the Phillies. Equally impressive is Jimmy Nelson, who's going to pitch for the Brewers. While back, a healthy Rip, 2-2.
Both pitchers like to throw the ball with good pace. Jimmy Nelson pretty much starts in the stretch. And Ty Block likes to run to the mound.
Yes, he does.
Keeps his legs loose.
He ran a lot in that start against the Phillies. This is hit right back to Javi Lopez's former teammate
And good friend.
and friend. Here's Arcia. Arcia using Sergio Romo's walk-up music. Does he still have it in LA? I bet he does. should have paid attention to that.
You're right.
There's a strike, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
I only watch Giant broadcasts. You guys don't.
Good point.
Play the tunes.
$5-0 Milwaukee.
Really nice slider right there.
He's got very good stuff tonight. Brian Morris. For the Giants in the 9th inning, they'll have Nunez, Belt, and Buster Posey. Slowly hit to panic as this one flattens out, and that's going to end the inning. So very impressive. 3 hitters for Brian Morris. It remains 5-0. Giants 5-11-1 for Milwaukee. Carlos Torres is going to try to nail down the last 3 outs in this game, and he's going to have to go through the toughest part of the Giants lineup. It'll be Nunez, Belt, Posey, Crawford, Pence, and Panic. Torres got 1 out. In the 8th inning, he retired Span on a ground ball. Here's Nunez, who takes the ball. Nunez has got a couple of hits. And a check swing foul. Look out. Belt watching from the on-deck circle. Giants have had a runner in scoring position 1 time in this game, and that was in the 5th. Up the middle, and a base hit, and for Nunez, his 3rd. Well, we got one of the keys of the game right. Stay hot.
Stay hot.
Eduardo Nunez. What was the other one? Kane hit your spots. I think Kane probably did, except, like I said, the 2nd inning just went sideways on him. Here's Belt.
Well, the one thing this will get with the base hit, you're going to get the bullpen going again, and the bullpen's been a little leaky.
Actually, the Giants had an opportunity in the 6th inning as well. They had runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. So here's Belt, and Belt's going to hit one to right for a base hit. So Nunez is going to shoot over to 3rd. And here's Buster Posey. I don't know if the Brewer fans are unhappy with the bullpen, but Buster's coming up. He's 1 for 3. Brewer fans showing some displeasure. It's 5-0 fans. Buster singled in the 7th.
They're really trying to get Corey Knebel hot fast down there.
Posey on the ground and a base hit. And Belt will go to second. Posey's second hit. 3 singles in a row. Crawford coming up.
Craig Counsell giving the old go talk it out.
Yeah,
Stalling
don't make
to
it
buy some time.
Yeah, don't make it a quick talk either.
No, he's definitely. Oh, he's not even going to let Conroy get out there.
Maybe that means Torres gets another hitter. All that
for now pitching coach Derek Johnson to go out there and talk things over.
This can't be to get Knebel loose.
Well, regardless, now he's got to wait.
I mean, if so Crawford is at the plate. The Giants still do not have the tying run at the plate. A hit here and they would. And a strike to Crawford as Torres pours one in at 94.
Crawford taken definitely right there. Ball looked pretty close.
Possible double play ball. Everybody's going to be safe as Belt comes in to score. And now you do have the tying run coming up. And it's Hunter Pence.
Here's a ground ball, a little squibber back to Torres. For some reason, Torres turned to third base. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do. I think he obviously knew that he just wanted to go to second, but he checked on the runner, and I think that little hesitation let the ball fly out of his hand, and Counsell's going to make the change.
So, a little scouting report action. It's 5-2. but the Giants have got the tie and run coming up.
And here's Corey Knebel. This guy's got a few saves for him. It's kind of a merry-go-round going on the saves. But this guy is a big boy, 6'4", 220. You're going to see nothing but four-seam high velocity off this guy. He throws fastball, curveball. You can see right there by the batting average against, it's pretty tough sledding. But that's not to say that they can't get to him. His control has been an issue. And now you got to work with some traffic behind you with Hunter Pence coming up. But you're going to just see nothing but 95 and up. I would say probably 97s, 98s coming out of this guy's arm.
Pence has faced Knebel twice. He's 0 for 2. So what the Giants have done with the help of the throwing error is they've just kept the line moving. Pence is 0 for 3. And he takes a breaking ball, hard breaking ball for a strike.
A little bit generous.
Panic on deck. Out of play. There's that 97 you're talking about. Would be careful if you're Knebel on that fastball, belt high and away, because that's the one Hunter Pence can go to right field. It's also the ball that he lifts really well.
He hadn't been bad earlier this year. Was it against the Dodgers, right?
And he got him with the breaking ball. You figured it eventually was going to come again. And that'll bring to the plate Joe Panic.
But the first one was off a little bit, but got the call. But then again, you speed him up. When you have to protect against 97, 98, that hard curveball, that's a tough pitch. You saw the legs out of that swing, and Hunter's going back to the dugout. But the Giants still threatening. They're still just one away. And Panic likes velocity, guys.
Low, 1 ball and no strikes. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
And it's not easy to hit guys like this by any means, but at least you can eliminate what's coming. You got 2 pitches to pick from. That's it.
And a strike. Posey at second. Crawford at first. Tap to first. They'll get the out. Both runners advance. And it's going to be left up to the kid. Slater had an infield hit in the 8th. Swing. And a miss.
Curveball right now. He's basically throwing against the numbers. been throwing fastballs 70% of the time, and right now he's probably throwing the curveball 70% of the time.
Nice block. 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're Slater, this is not a spot you haven't been here long enough where you try to hit one out. You got to move the line along. Hundley's on deck. If you happen to knock one out of the park, that would be good too. But right now you're in a battle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, 2 balls and a strike.
It's a good take. You look at the fastball right here, reaching back, let her fly. It's a good call. It's off the plate.
Foul. One left for the kid. It's 2-2. Pineda looking in. Bent over at the waist. He gets the sign. And the pitch. And a shot on 1 hop. And that's the ball game. So Slater hits the ball well. But the Brewers hang on. After trying to give it away a little bit in the 9th. The Giants do score twice. But this was all about just 1 bad inning for Matt Cain.
It really was. Matt threw the ball pretty well beyond that. Really controlled the game afterwards. Both Corey Guerin and Brian Morris came in and did their job, and the Giants got to the bullpen just a little bit too late in tonight's ball game.
So tomorrow it'll be Ty Blach. We look forward to Ty Blach starts. Jeff Nelson will be on the hill for the Brewers, and that'll be a great pitching matchup. Final score here tonight at Miller Park. It's the Brewers 5 and the Giants 2. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live. That starts right now.